you will earn. But at the same time, my money should earn money for me is also a focused area. And we should give equal importance to this aspect. And my dear participants, my session will focus on the second aspect only. Because first aspect, Mr. Jagdishan, you are taking care of yourself. You are equipping yourself to get more salary. You are equipping your students to equip themselves to get job or some start business or some profession. So first aspect, we take ourselves. But the second aspect, I will talk about more on the second aspect. And Mr. Jagdishan, money also gives us two very important things in our life. As you mentioned, happy life. Money gives us two very important things in our life. And my dear participant, if you wish, you can note down. Money gives us prosperity, which includes everything, Mr. Jagdishan, everything. Happy life will come only when we have prosperity, when we are prosper. So money gives us prosperity, but money also gives us security, my dear friends. Security in the sense that, Mr. Jagdishan, when I have plenty of money, I will feel secured and no problem, Baba. I have got this much of money. If anything happens in my life, I will take care of those problems or issues in my life through money. So money gives us security also. And security is very important thing, Mr. Jagdishan, in our life. Because human beings first think about security only. After that, they think about the prosperity. And my dear participants, we middle class, salary class person can have security in our life through these three things in our life. Kindly note it down. These are very important things. And I feel personally, Mr. Jagdishan, that we should first develop security, then think of prosperity. And security can be developed in our life by doing these three things in our life as early as we can. And the first thing which we all should do, those who are already earning, and students who must understand that when they start earning, they should also do it. The first thing is kindly take adequate life insurance cover. That is very important, Mr. Jagdishan. Because what life insurance cover gives us and why we should take life insurance cover, we must understand it first. Mr. Jagdishan, life is pretty uncertain. I am talking to you today. We are enjoying our life. Everything is going on well. But are we sure that what will happen tomorrow? We are not sure. We are not sure. Of course, we may live for 100 years. Everything goes well for next 50 years. But even tomorrow is uncertain. This uncertainty is a fear which always keep in our mind. More so, Mr. Jagdishan, when I am the sole earner in the family. When I am the sole earner of the family, everything is going well with my salary, with my income. But if I am not available to my family tomorrow, what will happen to them? How will they will take care of their monthly expenses? How they will take care of the education of the children? How other family obligations will be taken care of? All these things, Mr. Jagdishan, always keep in my mind. And not only in my mind, also in the minds of my family members, that if anything happens to the earning member, what will happen, how they will survive. So this is a very important question. And for that, we should take life insurance cover. The purpose of life insurance cover, Mr. Jagdishan, is very limited but very important. The purpose is that in case something happens to me and I am not available to my family tomorrow or after some years, my family should get a reasonable and adequate amount through which they can not only survive but also take care of their family and obligations and education of children and other related things. That is why we should take life insurance cover. And my dear participants, life insurance cover has to be adequate. Normally, we do take life insurance cover, Mr. Pravat Kumar Varana, but that life insurance cover is nominal only. Nominal in the sense, Mr. Jagdishan, that we take 5 lakh, 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs life insurance cover, which is not adequate. Life insurance cover has to be adequate in the sense that if in case something happens, my family should get adequate and reasonable amount. And what is the definition of adequate life insurance cover, my dear participants? Life insurance cover should be minimum 10 times of your annual income. Suppose, Mr. Jagdishan, your annual income is 20 lakhs a year. Then ideally speaking, you must take life insurance cover of not less than 2 crore rupees. That is the purpose of life. And I don't think you have taken that much of life insurance cover. So life insurance cover should be taken, but it should be taken adequately. Because adequate life insurance cover only will serve the purpose. And nowadays, Mr. Jagdishan, a very good and pure insurance product is available in the market, which was not available in my time at least. That product name is term insurance, TERM, term insurance. Term insurance is a pure insurance product. And mostly, Mr. Jagdishan, insurance agent will not tell you about term insurance because they will not get much commission in term insurance. That is why they avoid talking about the term insurance. But on the contrary, term insurance is real insurance product. And we should take life insurance, insurance cover, life insurance cover through term insurance. A person of the age of 25 to 30 years, Mr. Jagdishan, can take a life insurance cover of 1 crore rupees by paying a monthly premium of hardly 500 rupees or 600 rupees, which he or she can do. So kindly take adequate life insurance. And here again, early you take, but lesser will be the premium. Because life insurance cover premium, Mr. Jagdishan, is directly related to your age. So kindly don't keep deferring the decision of taking life insurance cover. Take it as early as you can. This is the first request I want to make to all the participants. Second request I want to make to all the participants is kindly take adequate health insurance cover. Mr. Jagdishan, adequate health insurance cover, why it is required? First, we must understand it. And people get confused. They say that I have taken life insurance cover, then why I should take health insurance cover? My dear participants, life insurance cover serves different purpose and health insurance cover serves different purpose. Both are separate and distinct. So kindly don't get confused. Take both the insurance covers, life insurance cover and health insurance cover. Mr. Jagdishan, we take health insurance cover because why we take insurance cover? Because normally our employer doesn't give us adequate health insurance cover. Normally it doesn't give. In case of medical emergency, Mr. Jagdishan, where we would be forced to go? We would be forced to go to the best medical hospital available in your city or area. Of course, government hospital might be there, but we will be going to best medical hospital available nearby, because in government setup, even today, the facilities are not up to mark. That is why we will be forced to go to the private hospitals. But there in private hospital, Mr. Jagdishan, they charge exorbitantly. If a person remains in hospital for 10, 12 days because of some disease or some accident, they may raise a bill of more than 10, 12, 15 lakhs. From where that money will come? And of course, we can't avoid treatment. Definitely, we will go to the best hospital, Mr. Jagdishan. So from where that money will come? If we don't have health insurance cover, what I will do? I will have to raise loan from my relation or friends for making payment to the hospital, or I will withdraw some of my money where I have invested somewhere. And that both will be painful. So avoid that. Kindly take adequate health insurance cover. In health insurance cover, Mr. Jagdishan, all your hospital expenses are directly paid by the insurance company to the hospital. You go to the best hospital, get the best treatment without paying anything, come recovered and home. All expenses will be paid directly by the hospital company to the hospital. That is the purpose of life insurance, of health insurance cover. And Mr. Jagdishan, a very good health insurance product is available in the market nowadays. Those who want to note it down, please note it down. The product name is Floater Health Insurance Cover, FLOATER, Floater Health Insurance Cover. Or it is also called Umbrella Health Insurance Cover. Why it is called, my dear, the speciality or uniqueness of this product is, Mr. Jagdishan, that in Floater Health Insurance Cover, when we take, not only myself is covered, my spouse, my wife is also covered, my kids are also covered, and even my parents are also covered. I have to include their name. So whole family is covered in one singular health insurance policy. And if anything happens to any member of the family, they can go to the best hospital, get the best treatment, come home recovered without paying anything. That is the purpose of taking Floater Health Insurance Cover. And here again, it should be adequate, Mr. Jagdishan. If you are in a city, big city metros, you should take life insurance, health insurance cover of not less 25-30 lakhs. But if you are in a 2-tier, 3-tier city, then you should take health insurance cover of the family not less than 15 lakhs, 10 to 15 lakhs. That is the purpose. So here again, early you take, lesser will be the premium. And for both the insurance premiums, my dear Jagdishan sir, government allows income tax deduction under different sections. So, but that is incidental benefit only. You must avail that benefit also. But the purpose of taking life insurance cover and health insurance cover, my dear participant, is much bigger and important than availing income tax deductions. So do take life insurance cover and health insurance cover. And third thing I want to tell Mr. Jagdishan through you to all the participants, this corona has taught us a lot of lessons, Mr. Jagdishan, you know. Our life has changed a lot. Everything has changed. Everything has changed. We are talking each other through this platform only. Had we ever dreamed that this platform will be there before pandemic? No, we had never dreamed that this program, that such platform, but now this platform is there, and we are very lucky. We are seeing each other. We are talking to each other. But corona has taught us a lot of lessons, sir. And one most important lesson corona has taught of all of us, my dear Jagdishan sir, is that every family must have an emergency fund of around 5 to 7 lakhs. Naturally, you will ask me, sir, why we should have emergency fund? Jagdishan sir, you are very lucky. Your job continued here. You continue to get salary from your employer regularly. But at the same time, you are aware, lakhs of people had lost their job. Lakhs of people have got substantial reduction in their salary or income. Businesses were closed, professions were closed. My dear friends, lakhs of people have passed through a very tough time during corona. And this corona has not yet gone, my dear friends. Every day new virus is coming. Or in future, new disease may come, new virus may come, new corona, any other disease may come. So we should, if every family must develop an emergency fund of around 5 to 7 lakh, that in case I lose my job temporarily for 5 months, 1 year, or my salary is reduced, then at least I am able to manage my monthly expenses or family expenses for minimum 1 year. That is the purpose of developing an emergency fund, my dear friends. And Mr. Jagdishan, 5 to 7 lakh is not a small amount for all of us. It is a big amount. But we can develop it over a period of time, maybe 3 years, maybe 5 years. But once it is in place, you have to make a promise with yourself that we will never use this emergency fund for any other purpose, like vacation, like celebration, or for any family member. We will use this fund only in the case of emergency in our family. That promise and commitment we have to develop with ourselves. So third thing is kindly develop an emergency fund of around 5 to 7 lakhs. 3 things I have told, ma'am, Madhuri Devi, ma'am, 3 things I have told to young participants, particularly like Mr. Jagdishan. Have adequate life insurance cover, have adequate health insurance cover, and develop an emergency fund of 5 to 7 lakhs. All these 3 things, Mr. Jagdishan, will give you security only, kind-minded. It might not contribute to your prosperity, but I again emphasizing My dear participant, security is more important at the first stage. So first, kindly develop security. Now we will talk about the prosperity aspect of the money. My dear Jagdishan, as you just mentioned, our main source of income is our salary, which we get from our college, or in your case, from your college, from our employer. What we do with the salary, which we get from the employer, Mr. Jagdishan, a majority of our salary goes into taking care of our monthly or regular expenses. Majority of it, maybe 70%, maybe 80%, maybe 60%, whatever it may be. Majority of our salary goes into taking care of our monthly expenses. But one thing is unique with all Indians like you and me, every Indian. What is that, Mr. Jagdishan? You might have observed that thing as well. We all Indians try very sincerely not to spend all the money which we earn. We sincerely try to take away some money out of our income. And the money which we don't spend out of our income, Mr. Jagdishan, what it is called? It is called savings. It is called savings. So every individual, even a person who is earning 10,000 a month, will sincerely try to take away 500 or 700 rupees. So we are all savers. And Mr. Jagdishan, you might be aware, Indians are still one of the best savers in the world. We save. But one thing is lacking here. And that thing, Mr. Jagdishan, we do save, but we are very casual about saving. Casual in the sense that this month, Mr. Jagdishan might be saving 15,000. Next month, it might be 12,000. Third year, it might be 18,000. Fourth year, it might be even 10,000 or 5,000. So we are casual. So one thing I wish to request to all the young participants like Mr. Jagdishan, and even to students to understand it very carefully. Kindly identify an amount of saving from your income and then save that amount religiously without fail. Suppose, Mr. Jagdishan, you are saying that your monthly income is 50,000. And you say that your expenses are around 40,000, monthly expenses are around 40,000. That what you are indirectly saying is that you can save 10,000. Then my request is very simple but emphatic. Kindly save this 10,000, Mr. Jagdishan, upfront. The moment you get salary, take away the 10,000 first. And whatever remains, manage your affairs. This promise you have to make with yourself. Mr. Jagdishan, it is a tough task, not easy, I know, but it is not impossible. It is manageable. It can be done. The only requirement is commitment with ourselves, promise with ourselves that come what may, I will save this amount every month. More I can say, but not less than that. This commitment you have to make it. So first is kindly identify amount of, these are very small and very normal things I am sharing with you, but very important thing, my dear participants. So kindly identify an amount of saving and then save that amount religiously every month without fail. Come what may. This commitment you have to make with yourself. Second thing, Mr. Jagdishan, kindly keep increasing your saving minimum by 10% every year. It is possible, sir, you know, because we get increment, we get DA, we get other allowances increase, and in between we also get some promotion. So our income keep increasing every year. So with the increase in income, Mr. Jagdishan, sir, we must increase our saving also. And it should be minimum 10%. Suppose this year, Mr. Jagdishan, you are saving 10,000 a month. Then next year, ideally, it should be 11,000 a month. And third year, it should be 12,100. Every year, multiply 10%. And again, my dear friends, I do appreciate it is a tough task, but it is not an impossible task. But my dear friends, kindly appreciate that these two very small things are going to change your life forever. Mr. Jagdishan, mind it. These two very small things is going to change your life forever. So kindly think these things about saving very carefully and seriously. Now the question arises, Mr. Jagdishan, we are savers and we are saving, no problem. Okay, we are savers. What we do with the savings which we make every month, Mr. Jagdishan? What we do? There are two options available with us. First option is I am religiously saving a particular amount from my salary. But what foolishly I am doing is I am taking out that saving amount from my bank account where I am getting salary, putting at home in currency. For every month I am doing it. Religiously I am doing it. Or leaving that amount in my bank account. It is a gross injustice to ourselves, to our family, my dear participant, and to our country as a whole. Never, never, never put the saving amount at your home in currency form or leave it in bank account. Naturally, then you will ask me, sir, then what to do? Yes, there is other option is there, my dear participant. And the option is kindly put your savings, number one, into some purchase or acquisition of some asset, Mr. Jagdishan, value of which will increase in future. Put your savings into acquisition of some assets, value of which will increase in future, or put your savings into some financial instrument which will give us regular and periodical return in future. And the process of putting our savings into acquisition of some assets or in some financial instrument, what we call it, Mr. Jagdishan, you might be aware, it is called investment. It is called investment. So we have to be investor without any excuse. First, we have to be saver, and then second strategy, we have to be investor. We should save, but we should not keep money at home. We should invest it, but invest it wisely. That is more important. So we are all savers and we are all investors. You are, Mr. Jagdishan, you are earning and saving. So naturally, you are putting your money in one or other form somewhere. We are all doing it. So we are all savers and investment. And Mr. Jagdishan, saving is the first step, investment is the second step for your prosperity. Kindly mind it. If you save and don't invest, then the purpose of saving will be defeated. But if you you must invest your savings. It is also a must for your prosperity. But one thing, and we are all investors, Mr. Jagdishan, but one thing lacks with all of us. And I don't know whether, Mr. Jagdishan, you will agree with me or not, but most of the middle class, salary class person, despite saving and investment, just remain in throughout their life, they just remain money accumulators. They don't become wealth creators. The two terms I am using here, Mr. Jagdishan, money accumulators, wealth creators. And I will let you understand the meaning of money accumulation and wealth creation. But my dear participant, you must understand that, Mr. Jagdishan, prosperity will come only through wealth creation. Kindly mind it. You have to understand, my dear participants, that, Mr. Jagdishan, that prosperity will come only through wealth creation. It will never come through money accumulation. But most of us are money accumulators. Why we are money accumulators and what is wealth creation, I will just let you know through a very simple example. And in that example, Mr. Jagdishan, kindly permit me to take your name again here. I am taking a very simple example of bank fixed deposit, bank FD. Why I am taking this? Because everybody knows, even your students are aware about bank FD. Suppose, Mr. Jagdishan, you are having 1 lakh rupees with you and you go for a bank FD for 1 year with a good bank. And present rate of interest, Mr. Jagdishan, we know is around 6%. Around 6%. So you go for a bank FD for 1 year. Understand it very carefully, my dear participants. Mr. Jagdishan goes for a bank FD for 1 year with an interest income of 6%, assured income. After 1 year, when I meet him and he just asking Mr. Jagdishan, what happened to your FD? Mr. Jagdishan is very happy, he is smiling. He says that he has earned 6,000 rupees as bank interest income. Very right, very right. And after 1 year, 1 lakh has been given back by the bank to you, plus 6,000 bank interest you earn. When I asked Mr. Jagdishan again, sir, are you right? Mr. Jagdishan might get annoyed. He said, what nonsense you are talking about? I'm absolutely right. You can see my passbook. I got the credit of 6,000 rupees plus 1 lakh rupees have given back to me. I'm right. Mr. Jagdishan, sir, you are right, but you are not right. Why you are not right? Because you literally ignore two very important factors while analyzing return on your investment. FD is also an investment, Jagdishan, you will agree with me. These two factors we have to look at while analyzing return. Return means 6,000 you got. But these factors are, the first factor, my dear participants, please understand very carefully. First factor is inflation. Inflation. And Mr. Jagdishan, we talk about inflation too much every day, day in, day out. You might have scolded your children today in the morning at home. I try to squeeze the expenses because of inflation, prices are increasing. So we always experience inflation, but we don't take inflation into account while analyzing return. And Mr. Jagdishan, what is inflation? Inflation, simply speaking, is increase in the prices of the goods, item or services over a period of time. Am I right? Increase in the prices of goods, yes, item or services over a period of time is inflation. Am I right, Mr. Jagdishan? Simply speaking. Yes. So last year, when you were going for FD and you had 1 lakh rupees, instead of going for FD, if you had purchased some items at 1 lakh rupees, some electronic item, whatever it may be, or might have availed some services from that, Mr. Jagdishan, would you be able to purchase same item, same services after 1 year at 1 lakh rupees? Would you be able to? No, it will not be possible, sir. Because of inflation, prices of those items and services have increased. And suppose the inflation rate is 5%, has been 5% during this 1 year. Then what does it mean, Mr. Jagdishan? It simply means that last year you could have purchased those items at 1 lakh rupees. After 1 year, for the same items, you will need to pay not 1 lakh rupees, but 1,05,000 rupees because of inflation. So you see the proposition that out of 6,000 you earn, my dear friends, Jagdishan sir, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation. Am I right, sir? Out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation. Now, sir, still you are happy. You say, I have got 1,000 with me still. Yes, sir, you are right. But again, one more factor is there which you must understand. Most of the income and return, Mr. Jagdishan, are taxable under Income Tax Act. Government do take income tax from us on most of the income and return. And in the case of bank FD, Mr. Jagdishan, you might not be aware. Whatever you earn as bank interest income, Mr. Jagdishan, you are required to pay income tax as per your income tax slab. That you might not be knowing. Normally, we think that up to 10,000 it is tax free. No, sir. 10,000 in SB account only. In bank FD, Jagdishan sir, you will need to pay income tax as per your slab. Suppose you are in the slab of 20%, then you will need to pay 20% income tax on this FD income bank interest as well, sir. And what is 20% of total return? The total was 6,000, 20% becomes, sir, 1,200 rupees. So, Mr. Jagdishan, you will need to pay 1,200 rupees as bank interest or as income tax as well. And now you can't avoid, sir. All such information, because of technology, is already available with the income tax department. You will have to pay it. So you see the proposition now, Mr. Jagdishan. 6,000 you earned, you are very happy. 6,000 you earned and you are very happy. But in reality, sir, out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation, Mr. Jagdishan, and 1,200 you paid as income tax. Now you see, you In reality, Jagdishan sir, you got nothing. Out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation, and 5,000 has been eaten by the you paid as income tax. You got nothing in reality. Notionally, of course, you got 6,000, Mr. Jagdish, but in reality, you got nothing. Rather, 200 rupees has gone out of your pocket. And my dear participants, if our investments are like this only, where we don't get anything after taking care of inflation and tax liability, Mr. Jagdishan, we are sheer money accumulators. And unfortunately, Mr. Jagdishan, most of us are money accumulators only. Unfortunately. So the formula of real, we have for wealth creation, Mr. Jagdishan, we have to, for wealth creation, we have to get some real return on our investment. This is the crux of your investment success. And the formula of real return, my dear participant, if you wish to note down, you can note down. My dear participant, this is very important formula of analyzing return. If you wish to note down, you please note down. Real return equal to notional return minus inflation minus tax liability. And we have to earn real return, my dear friends, on our investment. If we don't earn real return, then rest assured, we will be nowhere. Our investment will not be successful, and the purpose of saving and investment will be defeated. And this is so in most of our case, middle class, salary class person, Mr. Jagdishan. I take this example forward, Mr. Jagdishan. Suppose the interest rate is 8%. Suppose. In that scenario, Mr. Jagdishan, you will get 8,000 as bank interest income. Again, keeping inflation at 5%, out of 8,000, 5,000 will go out for will be eaten by the inflation. Again, you will pay 20% income tax, that is 1,600 of 8,000. But even after that, Mr. Jagdishan, there remain 1,400. That 1,400 is your real income. Kindly understand it. That 1,400 is going, that 1,400 is your real return. So, my dear participant, you must understand that we have to earn some real return on our investment. We have to earn real return. But Mr. Jagdishan, why it is so that most of us don't get some real return on our investment? What is the reason? Mr. Jagdishan, there is a reason, and that reason is not outside somewhere, my dear friends. The reason lies in the mind of Mr. Jagdishan and all participants and all investors. What is the reason, Mr. Jagdishan? The reason is that most of the middle class, salary class person, Mr. Jagdishan, don't want to take a risk in investment. We don't want. Arey, no, Baba, no. We don't want any risk. When we talk about investment, sir, tell us something about safe investment. Normally, we take like this only. But my dear participant, understand it very, very honestly. The word safe investment, Mr. Jagdishan, is an illusion. You may or may not agree with me. Because in most of the investment, except governmental saving schemes, which we will discuss afterwards, Mr. Jagdishan, risk is there. Kindly accept it. In most of the investment, risk is there. And we don't want to take risk. That is why we are share money accumulators. We are not making money out of our money. Kindly understand it. Rather, on the contrary, we have to make money out from our money, which we are not making. We are not wealth creator in real sense. And normally, Mr. Jagdishan, when we talk about wealth creation, what we normally say, no, sir, no, it is not our domain. It is a domain of businessmen, industrialists. They make money. We can't make money. No, sir, it is a wrong notion. We have to change our thinking on this. This is a humble request I want to make all young participants like you, Mr. Jagdishan, and to your students. We have to change our thinking. We also have to create wealth. We should also take risk, of course, calculated risk. Of course, calculated. I'm not saying blind risk, but we should take calculated risk. Because for wealth creation, in most of the investment, my dear friends, have got risk. Now, Mr. Jagdishan, you will say, sir, okay, we will try to take risk, but then everybody will say first thing, sir, then how I can manage my risk? Naturally, everybody will like to manage their risk or minimize their risk. Yes, that is a very valid question from their side. How we can manage our risk? My dear participants, we all can manage your risk or minimize your risk. But one thing, Mr. Jagdishan, I want to make it clear. Our risk can never be zero. Some degree of risk will always be there. Some very, maybe minimum, maybe moderate, maybe higher, but some degree of risk will always be. There will not be a zero risk in most of the investments. Now, how we can manage our risk, Mr. Jagdishan? This is a very valid question we should ask ourselves. And my dear friends, I am sharing you a very simple formula for management of our risk. I can manage your risk. We all can manage your risk, my dear friends, by adopting this formula, Mr. Jagdishan, in our investment decisions. But mind it, just writing this formula on paper or notebook is not going to serve the purpose, my dear friends. The formula has to be practiced. The formula has to be put in your mind. And the formula, Mr. Jagdishan, is very simple. Very simple two-word formula. I want to share with all of you. Mr. Jagdishan, very simple and but very important formula I am sharing with all of you. Those who want to note it down, they please note it down. But kindly mind it, just writing on paper or notebook is not going to suffice. You have to practice this formula in your life. And the formula is very simple. Only two-word formula, Mr. Jagdishan. Think, understand, and invest. I have used, Mr. Jagdishan, only two words in this formula. Think, understand, and invest. Two words I have used. Think, understand. First word is think. What we have to think? We have to think two things about ourselves. The first thing is, what is my risk appetite? What is my risk-taking capacity? What is my risk tolerance? And Mr. Jagdishan, every individual has got different risk appetite. You have got different one. Your colleagues have got different one. Your friends have got different one. Why? Because your income is different. Our family obligations are different. Our social structure is different. Our born and brought up is different. Everything is different. So, Mr. Jagdishan, every individual has got different risk appetite. Mind it. And out of this comes one very important lesson for all of us. We should never follow others while making investment decisions. And normally what typical blunder we all do, Mr. Jagdishan, we follow others while taking investment decision. Suppose, Mr. Jagdishan, you go to your HOD who is filling some investment form, and you ask her, sir, what you are doing? He or she will say, I'm investing some money. It is a very good product somewhere. But you know that your HOD is very smart in investing. So wherever he is investing must be a good product. What you will say normally, sir, I have also got some money. I want to invest. This is a blunder we all do. Kindly never do this, because your HOD might have different risk appetite. He might be investing the product according to his or her risk appetite, and your risk appetite is different. So never follow others while taking your investment decision. Follow your risk appetite. This is first request I want to make you. And understand it. Risk appetite is not a constant in our life even. Mr. Jagdishan, you have got risk appetite today, which will change after 10 years, after 20 years, because your family will increase, your income will increase, a lot of things will be happening in your life. So risk appetite is not a constant factor in our life, Mr. Jagdishan. It keep on changing. And And so we should take our risk, our decision is strictly as per our risk appetite. This is the first thing. And secondly thing, Mr. Jagdishan, is time horizon of investment. We should see about it. Normally we don't see about it, but it is very important. And for make you understand this thing, Mr. Jagdishan, I just give you a very small exercise for next Sunday. Just spare 1 hour. Just spare 1 hour at your home only. Don't go somewhere. Request your all family members to be with you. Request your family members to be with you. Have a paper and pen. On paper, kindly make 3 columns, Mr. Jagdishan. First column, second column, and third column. In the first column, Mr. Jagdishan, kindly jot down your milestones in your life. And normally, what are the milestones in your life? Middle class, salary class person, Mr. Jagdishan, marriage is the first milestone. If you are not married, marriage is the first milestone. Then second is birth of the children, celebration, second milestone. Third might be admission of the children in a good public school. Naturally, third milestone. Fourth might be construction or purchase of a house for the family. That is very natural. Every family who doesn't have any house will definitely like to have a house. Then, Mr. Jagdishan, purchase of four-wheeler. Purchase of four-wheeler again, my next milestone. Then vacation has also become a milestone, Mr. Jagdishan, nowadays. Every family wants to go on vacation. Your family will also force on you. Arey Baba, go out of your city, go to Karnataka, go to Kerala, go to Rajasthan, go to Gujarat. And why don't beyond India also? Go America, go Switzerland. Naturally, it is very natural nowadays. So vacation has also become a very important milestone. Then, Mr. Jagdishan, after some year, your children are grown up, then higher education and professional education of children is very important milestone in our life. Very important milestone. Then after education is over, marriage of the children is the next milestone. And last milestone, Mr. Jagdishan, and very important milestone is retirement life. That is also a very important milestone, because in retirement life, Mr. Jagdishan, what typically happens? Our regular salary doesn't come, salary gone. Then how we survive? I don't think you have pension in from your college, because now pension is no more available to anywhere in India. How we survive? We normally typically what do? We collect lot of money for retirement life, put it somewhere, get some regular income, and we survive. This is a normal course. Why we live in our retirement life. So retirement life is also very important. So kindly jot it down, all the milestone in your life in the first column, Mr. Jagdishan. In the second column, against each milestone, Mr. Jagdishan, put it the period when it is likely to happen in your life. Suppose somebody says that I am not married, I am likely to be married after 2 years, put it 2 years. Likewise, marriage after 2 years, then children around 3.5 years. Likewise, the same thing. 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, 20 year, 30 year, 35 year retirement. Put a period. Mr. Jagdishan, that is an estimate only. Just make an estimate in the second column. And third column, which is very important, Mr. Jagdishan, kindly put the money you will need for each milestone. Again, an estimate only. Suppose you say that you are not married and you are likely to be married after 2 years. All other expenses will be taken care of by your parents, but honeymoon package you will have to purchase, my dear friends. And suppose you say that honeymoon package comes over 5 lakhs rupees. Suppose, put it 5 lakhs to get the marriage. But my dear friend, today you are thinking that honeymoon package will cost you around 5 lakhs. But after 2 years, when you actually go on honeymoon, because of inflation, you know it very well, it might go up to 5.50 lakhs. So put it inflation also. So start putting the money you will need in your, again, in third column. Two very important milestones I want to discuss in detail with all of you. Mr. Jagdishan, the one important milestone in our life is professional and higher education of children. It is very important milestone for all of us. Mr. Jagdishan, just tell me, today, what MBA cost from a good MBA institute in India? Around 20 lakhs. Am I right? Around 20 lakhs for 2 years.
Yes, sir.
But Mr. Jagdishan, can you imagine after 25 years when your children will go for higher education, what you will need for their education? It would be not less than 2 crore rupees, my dear friend, because of inflation per child. If you have got 2 children, 4 crore you will need only for their higher education. Mind it. It is a very serious thing. We generally not are serious about things, but you will need around 4 crore rupees for their higher education. Then last, one more thing I went to this retirement life, Mr. Jagdishan. Suppose you said that today your monthly expenses are around 30,000. Your age is 30 and you said that your monthly expenses are around 30,000. Mr. Jagdishan, can you imagine what will be your monthly expenses after 30 years when you become 60 and get retired? Have you ever imagined? Because of inflation, Mr. Jagdishan, you will need not less than 2 lakh rupees per month. 2 lakh rupees per month. For the same standard of living, Mr. Jagdishan, no extra venja. Whatever standard of living today will remain same. But you will need not 30,000, sir. You will need around 2 lakhs rupees. From where that money will come, sir? Because you are retired now. So annually what you will need? Multiply 2 into 12. It becomes around 24 lakhs, sir. So per year you will need around 25 lakhs rupees, sir. From where that money will come? Normally we live retirement life after accumulating corpus. So how much your corpus should be, Mr. Jagdishan? Note it down. It should be minimum 20 times of your annual expenses. Minimum 20 times. So if your annual expenses at the age of 60, 25 lakhs, multiply it by 20, what it becomes, Jagdishan, sir? 5 crore rupees. So you will need 5 crore rupees only for retirement corpus to live your life. Now I am making you scary, Mr. Jagdishan. Kindly make the total of the loss column and you might get scary, sir. Because a normal middle class, healthy class person who is around 25, 30 today will need not less than 10 to 12 crore rupees, Mr. Jagdishan, for their milestones only. I'm not talking about the monthly expenses from 30 year to 60 year. That is excluding. From where that 10, 12 crore rupees, Mr. Jagdishan, sir, from where that will come? Mr. Jagdishan, you might be very lucky going to some quiz program on TV, winning 7 crore rupees. But then how much of us will win? Only 1 or 2? From where that we will get 10 to crore rupees? Yes, now I am giving you confidence, sir. You all, those who are young, and even students should understand, those who are young like Professor Jagdishan, they all can have 10 to 12 crore rupees in their life for their milestone, Jagdishan, sir, provided you start working very seriously right from the day when you start earning on your savings and investments. Mind it, that has to be done right from the day you start earning. And you should save as much as you can. You should invest in the best available product and you should earn some maximum real return. And you should do it. So second thing is time horizon of investment is very important. Second word what Mr. Jagdishan was understand. First word was think. Second word was understand. We have to understand, my dear friends, the product where we are investing, Mr. Jagdishan, because that is equally important. Because we should see whether the product has got the risk which I can manage. You should broadly see that your risk matches broadly with the risk of the product. Mr. Jagdishan, some product have got a very high risk, but if you are not in a position to take that level of risk, then product might be very good, but not suitable to you. Likewise, some products are very conservative, have got least risk, but you are very young, you are in a position to take high risk. Then why you will go for those products which have got very conservative risk appetite? You will definitely like to go to the products which have got high risk appetite because you can take it. So just see that product matches with your risk appetite and time horizon of investment. That is equally important, because suppose some products will give return after 5 years and you need money after 2 years. Product might be very good, but it is not suitable at least for that milestone, because you need money after 2 years and product will give return after 5 years. Product might be a very good one, but might not be suitable for you. So you should look at the product according to your risk appetite and your time horizon of investment. That is very important. And one more thing I want to tell here, Mr. Jagdishan, and that is eighth wonder of the world, sir. Kindly understand it very carefully. And that is called rule of compounding. Mr. Jagdishan, a person who understands and practice rule of compounding will invariably a successful investor. Kindly mind it. Because rule of compounding is the basis of your investment success. And what is rule of compounding, Mr. Jagdishan? Simply speaking, you have to make a promise with yourself that I will never use this return whenever I get it and whatever I get it, for my personal affair, for my family affair, or for my celebration, or for that matter, vacation. What I will do simply, I will club those return whenever and whatever I get with my regular return and reinvest it. And this practice I will follow not today, not tomorrow, continuously for 15, 20, 25 years. And my dear friends, if you follow this practice of not touching the return or income on your investment, I can promise you with confidence that down the line after 15, 20 years, you will be happily surprised that your return and income portion on investment has become much bigger and greater than your original investment. But my dear friend, it will happen not today, not tomorrow, Mr. Jagdishan. It will happen after 15, 20, 25 years. So kindly, religiously follow the rule of compounding concept in investment. It is the eighth wonder of the world. Kindly understand the importance of rule of compounding and follow it. And now, Mr. Jagdishan, very briefly, we will discuss what are the products available for all of us to invest. What are the products available for all of us? The product available for all of us, Mr. Jagdishan. First product available for all middle class, salary class person, Mr. Jagdishan, is governmental small saving schemes. Very good scheme. Government has also got very good small saving scheme for the middle class, salary class person. And Mr. Jagdishan, the first and foremost small saving scheme for the middle class, salary class person. And if you have not been a member of that scheme, Mr. Jagdishan, you have lost something. Kindly understand very carefully. And the scheme name is Public Provident Fund Account, PPF. Have you heard about it, Mr. Jagdishan? PPF? Have you heard about it?
No, sir.
Oh, very surprisingly, sir. Very surprisingly. Where you have lost
from mathematics department. So,
sir, wherever you are, you note it down. Public Provident Fund Account, PPF. It is a government scheme. I am not talking about any private scheme. Public Provident Fund Account is a very good scheme of the government of India. The scheme, you can open account with any bank or post office, wherever you want. Minimum amount you can deposit is 500 rupees in a year. And maximum amount is 1.50 lakhs per year. And income tax deduction under Section 80C is also allowed for this deposit, my dear friend. The scheme is for 15 years, sir. Kindly read the PPF account scheme very carefully from your from website and open this account as early as you can. This account is for 15 years, Mr. Jagdishan, and it can be extended beyond 15 years as well. You can extend it beyond 15 years. It's very good scheme of the government of India. And government is giving 7.1% interest even today. Earlier, it was much higher, but even today, 7.1% annual interest. And it is compounding every year. So, my dear participants, I will request all of you, you should not be like Mr. Jagdishan. Even Professor Jagdishan, I will request you, kindly get the details on website, read the scheme very carefully, then open the public provident account, not of you, but your wife as well, if you are married. Because anybody can open the account beyond 18 years. No income is required. They will not ask from where you will get the money. And you should continue it for 15 years. And you should try to deposit minimum 1.5 lakhs per year. Very good scheme. No tax at all at any time, sir. It is tax exempt scheme. No tax at all. So kindly read this scheme very carefully. Then second one is National Saving Certificate, NSC. This is second scheme I am talking about. NSE. I am surprised you are not aware. You are a professional and very educated person, but you not appear to be serious about your money. Kindly be serious about your money as well. Of course, you are working very hard for the institution, for the college, for the student. But at the same time, my dear participant, you must be very serious about your money also. Because ultimately, your money will make money for you, my dear friends. And Mr. Jagdishan, it is a process. It will happen in 15, 20 years, not today. You can't make money in one day. It is a process. So kindly start the process. Because unless you start the process, how you will make the money? So kindly think of opening PPF account, then National Savings Certificate. Then third one is, Mr. Jagdishan, is Kisan Vikas Patra. Kisan Vikas Patra is a good scheme. Then fourth scheme is only limited to girl child. I don't know whether you are married or not, but if you are married and if you have got a girl child, or whenever you get married, if you are not still married, if you have got a girl child, open an account in her name. That under the scheme Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana. Very good scheme of the government of India, where government of India had promised to give you maximum return, 7.60% return. No other scheme in government of India giving this scheme. 7 point, and you can open two account, two girl child account. If your family has got two girl child, open, but account can be opened only up to 10 years of their age, not after that. So if those who have got girl child below 10 years, they should read the conditions of the Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana. Go to the post office or bank, all are opening this account, open this account. And then investment minimum 250 rupees per year, maximum investment you can make in this is 1.50 lakhs. So kindly understand. And then government securities also you can invest. And Mr. Jagdishan, RBI has started a new portal that is called RBI Retail Direct. RBI Retail Direct. Kindly visit that portal, understand the scheme, and start investing a small amount in government securities. Then RBI also keep issuing bonds, tax-free and taxable bond, my dear friends. Kindly invest in those schemes as well. And lastly, Bharat Bond 1 and Bharat Bond 2, which is basically a scheme, a device for taking loan from public by the government undertakings, where you can also invest. And Mr. Jagdishan, I personally feel that you should invest minimum 15 to 20% of your investment in government securities, in government schemes, which I have just discussed about. Because why? There is no risk, Mr. Jagdishan. Whatever government agrees or promises, government will pay. Your money is safe without any risk. So kindly invest 10 to 12%. But then after that, whatever investment options you have got, Mr. Jagdishan, have got risk. Second option is property or real estate, where you can invest. But there again, risk is there, Mr. Jagdishan. How much return you will get? Not certain. When you wish to sell the property, would you be able to? Not certain. And in real estate, Mr. Jagdishan, you must be knowing, we have to make huge investment in real estate. Only then we can invest in real estate. We can't make investment 5 lakh or 10 lakh rupees in real estate. But it is an option. I leave it to you. Third option for middle class, salary class person, Mr. Jagdishan, is gold, where we can invest. I am not in a position to see any female participant. And one Madhuri Devi ma'am was there, but now I don't know where she is. When I start talking about the gold, Mr. Jagdishan, our female participant has got a different smile on their faces. Arey Baba, gold, no problem. As much as gold we can, no problem at all. Historically, we have got fascination about the gold, middle class, salary class person. But nowadays, you can purchase gold in digital form as well, Mr. Jagdishan. And kindly note it down, a very good government of India scheme. One scheme is on. The name of the scheme is Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme. Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme. Very good scheme of the government of India. It is for 8 years. You can deposit minimum 1 gram gold amount. Maximum limit is 4 kg gold. Government will give you 2.5% interest on your deposit, Mr. Jagdishan. And apart from that, whatever appreciation in the gold price is there during that scheme period, that will also be given to you. And I personally feel that it is a very good scheme, and we should invest not in physical form now, Mr. Jagdishan. We should invest in it. It is a digital form only. Government will issue a certificate only that this much of gold they have with you, they have with them of yours. So very good scheme of the government of India. And lastly, Mr. Jagdishan, lastly, where we can invest is share market, security market. But Mr. Jagdishan, share market is a very risky proposition. I want to tell all the participants. Share market is purely knowledge-based market, Mr. Jagdishan. And those who don't have knowledge must not invest into security market. Very clear. I want to make it very clear. Those who don't have knowledge of the market must not invest, at least directly, into share market. But the indirect way of investing into share market, Mr. Jagdishan, is through mutual funds. MUTUAL, mutual fund. I don't know. Everybody now interested to know about the mutual fund, Mr. Jagdishan. Mr. Jagdishan, mutual fund is nothing. Mutual fund is nothing. But you are giving your money to the experts, Mr. Jagdishan. You are not directly investing. You are giving your money to the experts to invest into security market and beyond. And the purpose is very simple. Invest my money, give me maximum return. And why we are giving to them, Mr. Jagdishan? Why we are not directly investing? Firstly, because we don't have knowledge, they have knowledge. We don't have experience, they have experience in the security market. They live in the security market 24 hours, so they are better equipped to take more prudent and beneficial decision as compared to us. That is why we are giving them our money to earn the return and give it to us. Mind it, mutual funds you can invest through two plans. One is direct plan and other is regular plan. In direct plan, Mr. Jagdishan, you can visit the website of the mutual fund company, select the scheme, give the information online, and you are invested. In regular plan, you will need to take help of the mutual fund distributor, which are technically called mutual fund distributors. They will come to you, they will bring the form. But again, I emphasize here, please never take the advice of mutual fund distributor with regard to the selection of a scheme. You understand from them, but decision of scheme should be yours only. So that is regular plan. In regular plan, return will always be lesser as compared to direct plan. And Mr. Jagdishan, there are three categories of mutual funds. One is equity fund, other is debt fund, and third one is hybrid fund. In equity fund, you are money will be invested into the equity share of the listed corporates. In that fund, your money will be given as a loan to the corporates. And in hybrid fund, some of your money will be invested into equity and some of money will be invested into debt. So you are getting benefit of both. In equity fund, Mr. Jagdishan, risk is greater and there is no guarantee. But potentiality of getting higher return is there over a long period, not today, not tomorrow, not in shorter period, but over a longer period, potentiality of getting higher return is there. Then second category, Mr. Jagdishan, is debt, DEBT debt. In debt fund, Mr. Jagdishan, your money is given as a loan to the corporates, and in loan is given, rate of interest is fixed. So you get reasonable return, but risk is lesser. So if you want to take risk, go to the equity fund. If you don't want to take risk or want to take lesser risk, go to the debt fund. If you want to enjoy both the funds, equity and debt both, go to the hybrid funds. So it is up to you to decide. And the magic of the mutual fund, Mr. Jagdishan, and to all participants now noted, listen carefully next 3-4 minutes. Very important thing I am sharing to all of you. Magic of the mutual fund, Mr. Jagdishan, is SIP, Systematic Investment Plan. SIP, Systematic Investment Plan. Mr. Jagdishan, SIP is nothing but recurring deposit account we open in bank or post office. In SIP, what we do, Mr. Jagdishan, we select the scheme, maybe equity, maybe debt, maybe hybrid. Then we are regularly investing every month. Every month we are investing. Minimum amount you can invest is 500 rupees, Mr. Jagdishan. Minimum amount is 500 rupees. Maximum, there is no limit. You can invest, Mr. Jagdishan, every weekly, every half fortnight, monthly, half yearly, quarterly, whatever you want, you can decide. So in SIP, Mr. Jagdishan, we are investing regularly. And you, Mr. Jagdishan, you will appreciate that we middle class can invest regularly only because we don't have much money. But regularly we can save something and we can invest. And Mr. Jagdishan, I am giving you one very important example to all of you. And example is a factual position, Mr. Jagdishan. It is not a gossip or not an idea. Factual position, it is a fact. But I am not going to share the name of the scheme or name of the mutual fund company because that will be unfair on my part. But facts are there. And just listen the fact very carefully, Mr. Jagdishan. One equity fund was started in 1995. Mr. Jagdishan, one equity fund was started in 1995. And a smart investor like Professor Jagdishan started an SIP of 10,000 rupees per month. 10,000 money per month. Every month, Mr. Jagdishan, every month you are investing 10,000 rupees in that scheme right from 1995, every month. And regularly you are investing. Last month, in the month of February also, you have invested 10,000 rupees. Mr. Jagdishan, can you imagine how much money has become today? Again, I repeat, 10,000 rupees per month through SIP in some equity scheme from 1995 onwards, every month. Do you want to know the amount, Mr. Jagdishan? Naturally, you will like to. That amount has become 9.57 crore. 9.57 crore. Is it not a magic, Mr. Jagdishan? But what is comes out? Regular investment. Firstly, regular investment. In this period, market might have gone up and down, my dear friends. But Mr. Jagdishan was very particular, very disciplined. He never missed the SIP. Every month he invested 10,000. So what is the takeaway from this lesson? Be regular in SIP. Never stop your SIP. Firstly. Secondly, Mr. Jagdishan, be a long-term player. Invest for longer period. And never stop your SIP. So kindly, SIP is a very good proposition for the middle class, salary class person to develop to develop huge corpus over a period of time. But mind it, there is no guarantee. But over a period of time, if you are a long-term investor, Mr. Jagdishan, there would, history says, there would be very good return on for you. One more concept is there, Mr. Jagdishan, in mutual fund, that is called SWP. Mahesh sir, it might be useful to you, or Jahangir sir, those who are not so young, like Mr. Jagdishan. SWP, Mahesh sir, is opposite of SIP. In SIP, we were regularly investing, Mr. Jagdishan, but in Jahangir sir, in SWP, we are regularly withdrawing. Regularly withdrawing in the sense, Mr. Jagdishan, that when, suppose I am retiring next month, Mahesh sir, suppose you are retiring next month, and you have developed a very huge corpus in mutual fund, 4-5 crore. Now after retirement, there is no pension. How to live life? You have got an option, Mr. Jagdishan. You simply write to the mutual fund company where you have got a mutual fund investment. Next month onwards, kindly keep transferring any amount, maybe 1 lakh, maybe 2 lakh, whatever you want, from my corpus to my bank account. And Mahesh sir, they will definitely do it, because that is your money only. But what will be the first benefit, Mr. Jagdishan? You get 1 lakh or 2 lakh, whatever you want, in your bank account on first. So you will enjoy your retirement life even without any pain, without any stress. And second benefit will be your money remaining with them will continue to earn interest or income for you. So SWP is a very good proposition for all of you. Mahesh sir, I can continue it for another 30-40 minutes, but time constant is there, Mr. Jagdishan. So last two things I want to request to all the participants. And Mr. Jagdishan, kindly open your video for next 2 minutes.
Sure, sir.
Two things I want to request you. First is, there is a menace in our country, Mr. Jagdishan, which is called Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees. People come with the promise, Mahesh sir, of higher return, maximum doubling your money in 3 or 4 years or 5 years. It will never happen, Mr. Jagdishan. They will simply get your money and vanish one day. Kindly mind it. So we have to be very careful not to invest your hard-earned money in such bogus scheme, Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees. And one more request, Mr. Jagdishan, I want to make to you. And that is your social responsibility, Mr. Mahesh. Mahesh sir, normally we don't invest. You are all educated person, Jagdishan sir. You will not invest in such bogus scheme. But who normally invest in those schemes? Not those who are not so educated. You are maid servant, you are driver, you are plumber, you are electrician, you are milk vendor, you are taxi driver. Normally they people invest in such a scheme. But so I will request all of you, Mr. Jagdishan, kindly start a campaign in your area through your students. Try to educate as much people as you can. Those segment of the society, never invest in such bogus schemes. Never, never, never. If they don't have any idea, they simply put their money into their bank or post office. At least their money will be safe. They will not. So kindly start a campaign. This is our social responsibility, Mr. Jagdishan sir. And kindly think of it very seriously after discussion with your principal. Last thing I want to tell, and this I will tell through Mr. Jagdishan to all the participants. Listen it very carefully, sir. Prosperity is my right. This Mr. Jagdishan is saying, no, I am not saying. Mr. Jagdishan is saying, prosperity is my right. Every individual has got right to be prosperous, Mr. Jagdishan, like you and everybody. I might have born into a poor family. It might be possible, Mr. Jagdishan, that I might have born into a poor family. That is not a curse. Birth in a poor family is not a curse, Mr. Jagdishan, but living as a poor and die as a poor is a curse. That we can avoid. We all can 100% avoid, provided we start seriously working on our saving and investment right from the day we start working. Thank you very much. God bless you all for giving me opportunity. Thank you very much. And Mr. Sabjar,
Yes, sir.
kindly unmute Mahesh sir. I want his observation about the session. Then we will take it forward.
Okay.
Kindly unmute Mr. Mahesh sir.
Mr. Mahesh sir, please unmute your ID option, sir, please.
Yes, sir. I want your observation about the session, sir.
Everyone, I feel happy to present a lot of thanks to you all for making this program a grand success.
Please wait.
Just wait for a minute. Mahesh sir is speaking. Kindly give your observation, sir. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
सर बस करने के लिए तो बाकी कुछ नहीं रखा आपने सर सब कुछ उसमें आ गया है
नहीं मैंने कोशिश
SIP और SWP का जो आपने बताया ना वो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर एवरी पर्सन
Thank you very much.
Thank you for excellent session, sir.
Thank you. Yes, Mrs. Jagdishan, now take it forward.
Good afternoon, everyone. I feel happy to present the vote of thanks to you all for making this program a grand success. First, I thank our chief guest, Mr. Suryakant Sharma, for inspiring our young minds. Thank you, sir. I thank the management for giving us this wonderful opportunity to learn from experienced person. I thank our principal who support us in each and every activity. Thank you, sir. I thank our administrative officer, Mr. Lokesh Kumar, who have been the pillars of our success. Thank you, sir. I thank our HOD and all the faculty members for their valuable contribution. Last but not least, I thank my friends and my juniors who gave their involvement for this lecture and made a grand success. Once again, I thank you all for the participation. Thank you.
I am thankful on my behalf and on behalf of Amfi. I am thankful to all of you, particularly Professor Jagdishan and all organizing team members for giving us opportunity to be with you. Last thing I want to request all of you, kindly think your money, give importance to your money and savings and investment, because that is going to change your life. And we have to live comfortably. This is our OM. And special thanks, lastly, special thanks goes to Mr. Sabjar Ahmed for coordinating with Mr. Jagdishan and all team members. So I am thankful to all of you. And Jagdishan sir, I would be very happy to be with you in future, physically also, when the situation normalizes. Thank you very much.
Definitely, sir. So thank you so much for your presentations. It was nice presentation. Personally, I learned a lot from this. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
So participants are requested to fill the feedback form, which was posted in the chat box.